I'm thinking about doing a skill series where my entire build is just based around how skilled you can be at the game. Which I think could be pretty cool. Pretty fun, too. And I'm using the Bunnykin race because even dodge rolling still gives you the crit. And then I just designed myself after bunny prints. Because why not? Alright. So what I'll go for is Thief Guild because it gives me better dodge rolls and more frequent dodge rolls. Which makes that actually a lot easier. But it also gives me negative 10 protection, so I'm going to be a lot more fragile, which means I have to lean on my skill. Don't need to be in here, I don't know why I went in there. I might turn the music down just so you guys can hear me a little better. But yeah, this entire build, I can only wear armor if it gives me something beneficial for dodging or parrying. Unless I put perfection on it, I guess. Now, that doesn't really sound great for rules. I guess I'll decide them and put them on the screen. But y'all are gonna figure out my level path. Because I do take a particular path to level up as quick as possible. Well, I wouldn't say as quick as possible, but probably pretty quick. Nope. These aren't really direct boosts, so I'm fine with it. Plus, this would be really irritating for me if I wasn't allowed speed boost. I'm using a private server because I'm gonna try and do this mostly solo. But it's not actually mine. I'm borrowing it from a friend. So they might join it. And if they do, I'll just tell them not to help me much. But I need to kill 10 cacti. Even though the quest is only for killing 5. But because the bestiary for 10 gives me a health potion. which is for the get a health potion quest. And for the most part, I decided that my rule set will probably be minimal boosts, but perks that give me like better dodge rolls or parrying. Those are allowed. But I'm probably gonna go for like minimal defense, minimal attack boost. So that way it's not min-maxing, and instead it's just leaning on my skill. And well, the ultimate sword for a skill build is the basic sword, because it's the worst sword in the game. I think I'll be running down the katana line to go to Bejeweled. This gives me defenses, so I can't actually wear that. Void Rift. Can't do that right now. I'm too low level. Actually, I am the exact level that it recommends, but it's gonna throw things at me that I'm probably not gonna survive. Anything that I get on this slot should be achieved on this slot only. Which means my enchants and the armor all has to be achieved on this slot. And this is inspired by a YouTuber. I don't remember who it is exactly right now. All I know is that it starts with an R. When I remember, I'll put it in the description, so you can check him out. But yeah, I am officially done needing to kill cactuses. Unless I want to do Cacti King. Which actually, yes, my goal is to defeat every boss except for the Tundra Dungeon bosses. Because the Tundra Dungeon bosses aren't meant to be done alone. And with the varying intensity, it's impossible to get a accurate simulation for each one. I don't know why I said accurate simulation, but I mean, none of them would really be parallel. Even if I went back into the dungeon and did it again with all the same bosses in all the same order, the differences in mutations adds a lot of variation, which is why I will not be going to the Tundra. Unless, eventually, I decide that I want to. But I will be taking down both overworld bosses, the dungeon bosses, the dungeons, actually, and trying to advance into Tundra. But I'm decently skilled right now, which is why I decided I wanted to do a skill build. So this is useless to me. I could actually just sell it. No summons, because that's kind of cheap. So I can't even wear Backpack Berserker. Or Gemstone Robes because of protection. Well. Yeah. Alright. So now I'm gonna go get the Darable Glitter quest. Probably gonna cut this bit out because it takes a while. But every dungeon will be done on difficulty 1, no daily. Just so that way it's a little bit easier and minimizes variation. Potions and other healings is allowed. So that way it's not just I have to be absolutely flawless or I'm just dead. Because I don't trust myself to be able to no-hit everything. But yeah, that YouTuber and the Perfection enchant actually both inspired me to do this build. So the only enchant I'm gonna have on this build is Perfection. Here is your letter. Grab this just because it's on the way. Spare Thorn because I don't want to have to get that damage boosting thing. I won't be equipping that, mostly because it's useless. Grab you so that I'll eventually remember to make a poison potion. Oh yeah, I can join Thief Guild now. There we are. Ooh, should have grabbed the magic enemy quest. That would have been nuts. As long as I don't kill it, I'm pretty sure it comes back sooner. So I'll just reset. It'll despawn as soon as I'm out of here, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna go grab the quests for both magical and legendary. I'll cut the journey out, so that way it's a little bit easier on your eyes. Okay. I guess I could go do that. I might allow myself to have the boosts for scaling my weapon, or maybe just to dexterity, because then it's just crits. But I don't know. I think I'll make it just skill. Wow, what just happened to my voice? I don't have this quest. I don't know why I'm doing it. Oh, wrong way. There we are. These guys used to be the best way to grind your levels in Magus, because their summons used to still give XP and oh my god. That's the small unskilled variation in my build, unfortunately. That triggered because of skill. There we are. See? On dodge rolls, they still trigger. And I'm done with that quest. I kinda don't need to be here. There's a gold ring. Might use that instead of any other ring, just so I can get perfection with nothing else. Or I could use the buckler ring and just have to deal with that little bit more protection that I get. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just stick with the 2 parry that I get from Bejeweled. Which actually, I should work on that. Grab that. I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of this, I just realized. Oh no. Oh well. A little bit of time to make my first somewhat quality video. I'm down for it. Another way I can make my builds a little bit more quality is probably just decrease the amount of keyboard sounds you hear. But unfortunately, I don't know how to tweak my filtration. I should have gotten the Dire Bunnies class before I came down here. I guess I'll just go back up and grab it. It won't waste too much time. It'll take about the same amount of time as just resetting. Messed up this small shortcut, but that's okay. Whatever just happened there, I don't know. I don't know if I should level up my guild, because leveling it up doesn't really give me more negative protection. It just increases thief training. I don't know, I guess I'll work on it. Oh. I actually didn't get the legendary monster quest, but that's okay. I won't run into that for another, I don't know, 20 minutes? Usually a pretty accurate estimate. Because they spawn actually decently frequently. One more dire bunny and then I'm on to the next enemy. Wow, that almost did all of it. Two more woofs. Mysterious sword shrine. think it's reinforced. Yeah, I remember that right. Oh, I forgot about that. Might want to keep that around. And because I just don't like the look of the Bejeweled blade, I'll just turn my handle Bejeweled. So I can still have Flash Strike. I did in fact waste a slight amount of time, but I can save some by going back through here. I already became stronger. Then I can actually skip a lot of this by just cutting through the dark cave. It'll put me right in the tunnel. Where I can grab this sword shrine. You have to go into the sword shrine so that way you can still warp to it. I learned that the hard way after I messed up with the tundra ones. Alright. Guess I'm doing that too. Yeah, I knew. I was gonna do this stops. Okay. Rare variation. Oh. There we are. And since Iron Slayer leggings don't really provide anything for a skill build, we are not gonna be using that.